Welcome to Akashic Tarot, and I'm Coco. I'm here to give you your reading. This is a pick a deck reading, so you can choose deck 1 or 2 over here. This is deck 1 and this is deck 2, and the question is like, what do I have to know in this moment? It could be love related, it could also be something that's generic. We'll see what comes through over here. So once you're done, I'm going to start with deck 1. Check out the timestamps below for more information, and you can always book a personal reading with me on akashiccrystals.co. I do have love reading as well available. Now we're going to start with our first deck over here. What do you need to know in this moment? Very abundant energy that I'm really getting. But we are picking up a little bit of avoidance here. Okay, I do want to see more information. How are you feeling right now? I'm really picking up intuitively that there's this energy of your spirit guides trying to tell you that you have to go for it. So if you've been thinking like there's something that you've been wanting to do, but you don't really have confidence in doing so, this is a very clear message of like you have to go and do it. Okay, this is a project, this is a task, an opportunity that you don't really want to miss out on. There's something to learn over here. Okay, we also have happiness. So I do feel like you are kind of in your abundant energy. Let's see more. Okay, what else over here that we need to know about? Okay. The thing is like, I do feel like whatever you've known to be correct, or whatever information that you have surrounding this opportunity, this task, or this effort is already something that you already know. That is true, which also means that there isn't anything that you're really missing out on in terms of information. In case you're a bit careful, you're like, oh, am I really seeing things for what they are? The answer is yes, you are, because I feel like there's a lot of self-doubt over here, and you're meant to take on this path with judgment over here as well. Okay, I do feel like one thing to really work through in this reading is that whatever task we've been talking about, it's something that you've been manifesting for the longest time. Look at this, as above, so below. Okay, the Magician. Whatever you've been calling, okay, to come through for you is now coming through, and all you have to do is to lean in and allow and accept that this is part of your path. This is what you wished for. Okay, stop running away. Oh, I don't want to see what you're really running away from right here. Yeah, you're like, okay, am I gonna get in trouble, right? Is it like stormy seas that I'm really approaching, or is it really like this abundant land that I've seen from far out, right? Okay, let's draw oracles and see what else over here. Look at this, the end of a tough cycle approaches. All right, full moon and Capricorn. You just have to stay very I would say keep your eyes locked, okay, on your targeted intention. That would be the message here. Okay, with Six of Swords over here, this is resonating with everything else, right? You've been through a tough period. I feel like sometimes you might feel that it's a bit difficult to resonate with the better days or like easier days, because tough times is what you're used to, right? Difficult times and challenges are what you're really used to. But this is something, it's a very clear message of like, you can rest assured that things will work out on your end. Okay, let's see more with the time oracle. Anything else in terms of timing? Leo. Okay, Leo energy is the sun's energy, right? Happiness. Look at the cards, they're so abundant. Okay, so whatever you're going through right now, you are here to listen to this message to say, yeah, you have to move forward with confidence, with strength, okay, with courage over here. Release the power of your heart. Okay, anything else in terms of energy is always activating from your heart chakra. Okay, so do your meditation, okay, to connect with your solar plexus chakra and your heart center to garner and gather strength and energy for yourself to take advantage of, okay, to leverage. Let's see what spirit messages you have over here. I have a feeling that this is like a very driven bunch, okay, in terms of the collective here that I'm picking up on here. Don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. Okay, so this is asking you to be very expressive with what you're thinking of. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. They have been removed from your life because the universe is taking you next. They have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and keep moving. Greater is coming. So you have to really stay, your eyes peeled, okay, towards that targeted intention, whatever you've been working for. All right. So now I'm gonna use this sacred language of light. I have too many cards on my desk. Soul journey. Look at the illustrations, right? It's like you've been through stormy seas, and I feel like the idea of stormy seas keeps showing up over here. Again, this is a timeless reading, right? So this is whenever you're seeing this video. I'm picking up intuitively right now, channeling that there's this energy of you feeling like you're in void right now, in a space of like nothingness, and you're a bit worried, like, okay, is this ever going to come into fruition, whatever you're thinking of as I'm doing this reading. But the message here is like, you know what, you are going through this process, and this has been a necessary process for you to go through in order for you to find completion. Look at the number 9. 9 is just literally one step away from completion. I'm also getting that during this period of time before this breakthrough, you are going to get a lot of chaos. Okay, that's probably what you're in right now. There's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of problematic issues of people around you, and you have to power through those events, because this is what they say, right? Just before you make your breakthrough, just before you succeed is when the devil sends their troop towards you, right? And you have to be able to overcome whatever the demons and the devil wants you to believe. So stay focused on your faith, your core, connect with yourself to connect with source in order for you to manifest and continue moving forward, okay? So this is pile 1. I'm going to close the reading here. Again, you can book directly with me on akashiccrystals.co, and I'm going to move on to pile 2. Welcome pile 2. So if you have chosen pile 2, this part is your reading. Again, this is not specific to any form of like domain, love or career. We'll see what comes through. Pile 2 is in a bit more of like that defensive energy of like fear-driven mentality. It's very different energies from pile 1. So this is a pile where I feel like all of you have kind of lost a little bit of confidence here. I do want to see more, right? Why? Very emotional. I do feel like there could have been a separation that has happened before. And right now, because of the truth of events, right, you're starting to find a little bit more information that, you've been the giving one. You've already done your best. There's a little bit of your ego coming through and saying like, you know what, I can't believe it, and I'm not going to accept that this is the truth. And Spirit is here to say you have to accept it in order for events to shift. You have to first come into acceptance in order for you to be released of this torture that you kind of have created on your own. Look at this fear of abundance. Okay, it's like you don't trust that things will be better. You don't trust that things will eventually work out for you. I do want to see more oracles, okay, to get certain form of confirmation over here as we pull more cards. Look at this. What do you need to release? Waning moon, right? With this energy, I do feel like you are already meant for the next cycle, but you're kind of behind time, okay? I tend to say that time is irrelevant, but I do feel specifically for this pile that you are kind of behind time, because I do feel like if you were to follow your soul's journey progressively, naturally, that you would be out of this phase already. Okay, so I do feel like you are the only reason you're really kind of like, for lack of a better word, like stopping yourself from really changing and moving forward for betterness. Anything else in terms of time? When can you see a shift? Sunday. Literally no date. Okay, so any Sunday, which also means that any time from now, all you need is a little bit more confidence and be under the sun a little bit more in the mornings. Sunday, okay, it says go inwards, develop a vision. Okay, and number 1 is a very strong energy of like having to start afresh. You have to start new, and you have to set new intentions for yourself. And you know what's the interesting thing? For some of you on Sunday / on Monday, depending on where you're at, okay, 6 or 7 September, although this is a timeless reading, it is the lunar eclipse, okay, and new moon energy as well. Sorry, not new moon, full moon energy as well. So this is an energy of like new intentions. I need new beginnings, and lunar eclipse is always a heavier energy in terms of intensity, because it's meant to help you grow and look into your shadow sides before you are able to manifest whatever that is meant for you. Okay, let's see. I do feel called to pull this oracle. Well, it says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Okay, look at the message here. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more rest needed for you. For the previous pile, I didn't have to pull advice because it was kind of clear. I do want to see what's next for you. New beginnings, guys. Ace of Water, right? Very clear indication of like happiness, newness, emotions as well, right? Like love, affection, appreciation that I'm seeing that will be coming through. Balance, look at this, a lot more healthier, right? Compromise, self-control, moderation. So for you, in order to see that kind of commitment to, or people to commit to you, or for you to be able to commit to something with that passion, that motivation and dedication, you have to first find balance within, right? That peace, that inner harmony. If you don't feel balance within yourself and you feel triggered easily, you're not in balance. And when you're not in balance, it's so easy to fall into the darker side, right, of things, to really just not go with the flow. And this is what's happening right now before we saw the advice, right? So for you to really lean into this and say, there'll be something new for me and I have to trust it, okay? Seven of Water, you will have your options. But again, don't fall back into the energy of like, do I have enough information for me to make a decision? No, just trust that you have to follow your gut. If it feels right, no matter what information you have, it doesn't matter, follow your gut. And if all options have surfaced and you feel like it's still not adding up for me, it still doesn't feel right, which also means that it's not time yet to make a decision, and it's totally okay sometimes to delay. Okay, I feel like deadlines is a human construct. Okay, whatever it is not that important, okay, in terms of timeline. Eight of Earth reverse, okay, at the bottom of the deck. I do feel like you are called right now to not put in work, okay, to not take active action, but to step back and to observe. Be an observer during this period of time. I don't feel like it's right to really move forward and say, okay, this is what I want to do for myself, or that's what I want to do. Take a step back, because I do feel like there's a lot more information that will come through, or epiphanies that will come through when you are silent. When going through tough times, it's important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you. You've overcome challenges before. Be kinder to yourself and be thankful for all that you already have. Okay, so again, this is a message of like, don't worry, like you've got it, man, you've got it. Your life is about to start to move quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Okay, so this is about moving forward with intention, with caution, okay, and also consciousness. Am I being conscious and present in the moment to pay attention to my surroundings? Okay, am I acting out of fear, or am I acting out of excitement for what is to come? Okay, so with this, I'm gonna announce that I do have a discount code specifically for you. Okay, I'm gonna include here, and okay, I'm just gonna say it out, and also it's in the description, so you can actually use apply this code, which is, let me just find it. Okay, you can apply this code which says NEW New 2025 in any digital readings, okay, to get 5% off any digital readings that you can find on my website, akashiccrystals.co. Alright, so that's all I have for you. Thank you so much, and I'm Coco. It's been nice reading for you guys. Do let me know what you want to see in terms of the free readings, and I'll be happy to help you with it. Take care, and sending you guys lots of love and light. Bye!